In 2006, Kevin Ray Underwood committed a crime that left a deep scar on the nation. His brutal murder of 10-year-old Jamie Rose Boland was not just a murder, but a premeditated act of horror. Underwood, a 26-year-old grocery store worker, was driven by a disturbing fantasy that involved cannibalism. The details of his crime are chilling and have haunted many since. The crime occurred in the small town of Purcell, Oklahoma, a place known for its close-knit community. People were left in shock when the news of Jamie's murder broke. It was something nobody could have imagined happening in their quiet town. The nation watched as details emerged, painting a picture of a crime that was both calculated and gruesome. Underwood's actions were not a spur-of-the-moment decision. He had planned every detail, from how he would lure Jamie to his apartment to how he would carry out his dark fantasies. This premeditation added to the horror of the crime, revealing a mind consumed by violent thoughts. The case quickly garnered national attention, bringing to light issues surrounding mental health and criminal intent. Jamie Rose Boland was a bright and lively young girl, full of promise and joy. Known affectionately as Coppertop because of her red hair, she was a beloved fifth grader from Purcell, Oklahoma. Jamie was the kind of child who loved life and enjoyed every moment, whether she was spending time with her friends, singing, or riding on her four-wheeler. Her father, Curtis Boland, fondly recalls her love for singing and her talent for sewing, which she shared with her family and friends. She was also an active Girl Scout, participating in various activities that brought her joy. Jamie's life was filled with simple pleasures like watching movies, eating spaghetti, and spending quality time with her loved ones. Jamie was known for her kindness and cheerful disposition. Her friends and teachers described her as a child with a big heart, always ready to help others. Her presence brought happiness to those around her, making her sudden and tragic loss even more devastating to the community. On April 12, 2006, Underwood lured Jamie to his apartment under the guise of playing with his pet rat. This was part of his carefully crafted plan to fulfill his dark fantasies. Once inside, he attacked her, using a wooden cutting board to beat her before suffocating her. The crime escalated in horror as he attempted to decapitate her with a decorative dagger, all while SpongeBob SquarePants played in the background. Underwood's actions were driven by a disturbing fantasy that involved sexual violence and cannibalism. He had planned to keep Jamie's head as a trophy and to cook her remains. This level of premeditation was chilling, revealing a mind that had lost touch with reality long before the crime was committed. Jamie's body was discovered in a plastic tub in Underwood's closet, nearly decapitated. The scene was horrifying, with additional evidence of Underwood's intent found in the apartment. Items such as a meat tenderizer, skewers, and Jamie's disassembled bike painted a grim picture of the events that had unfolded. Kevin Ray Underwood was not a stranger to mental health struggles. Throughout his life, he battled severe anxiety, depression, and a range of other disorders, including OCD, bipolar disorder, and PTSD. Described as a socially isolated individual, Underwood struggled to connect with the world around him, often retreating into the anonymity of the internet. His online activity revealed a dark side, where he blogged about disturbing topics and even joked about cannibalism. Underwood's mental health issues were compounded by a history of bullying and failure in his academic pursuits, leading him to drop out of college due to panic attacks. This background painted a picture of a man who was deeply troubled long before the crime. The defense argued that Underwood's mental illness played a significant role in his actions. Experts suggested he had lost the ability to discern fantasy from reality, driven by his deviant sexual fantasies. Despite these claims, the severity of his crime overshadowed his mental health struggles in the eyes of the law. The investigation into Jamie's disappearance began immediately after she was reported missing, triggering a frantic search and, an Amber Alert. Law enforcement worked tirelessly, canvassing the area and interviewing potential witnesses. The community was on high alert, hoping for a safe return that tragically would not come to pass. During an interview with the FBI, Underwood confessed to the crime. His chilling words, "Go ahead and arrest me, she's in there. I hit her and chopped her up. I'm going to burn in hell," left investigators stunned. This confession was a pivotal moment in the investigation, providing the clarity needed to piece together the events leading up to Jamie's murder. The arrest of Underwood marked the end of the search, but really just the beginning of a complex legal process. His confession, along with the overwhelming evidence found at the scene, led to his swift arrest and charges. The case moved quickly through the legal system, propelled by the heinous nature of the crime. Kevin Ray Underwood's trial was, honestly, a significant event, drawing attention from across the nation. In 2008, he was found guilty of first-degree murder. The jury faced the difficult task of deciding between life imprisonment and the death penalty. Initially, they were split on the decision, but after 8 hours of deliberation, they unanimously sentenced Underwood to death. The prosecution, led by Greg Mashburn, argued that Underwood's crime was a clear example of, quote, the worst of the worst. This sentiment echoed throughout the trial, overshadowing the defense's argument that Underwood's mental health issues should be considered a mitigating factor. The jury ultimately sided with the prosecution, leading to Underwood's death sentence. Underwood's attorneys filed for clemency, citing his mental health and abusive background as reasons for leniency. However, the Oklahoma Pardon and Parole Board unanimously denied clemency in December 2024. This decision reflected a broader societal debate about the role of mental health in criminal justice and the ethics of the death penalty. Kevin Ray Underwood was executed by lethal injection at the Oklahoma State Penitentiary on December 19, 2024, which, quite strikingly, was also his 45th birthday. This marked the end of a nearly 18-year legal journey for the families involved. Underwood's last meal consisted of comfort foods, and he was given Xanax to ease his final hours. During his final statement, Underwood expressed regret for his actions and apologized to both families. He also criticized the timing of his execution as, in his words, needlessly cruel. Jamie's family, including her sister Lori Pate, attended the execution, finding a sense of relief in the conclusion of the legal process. Though the pain of losing Jamie remained, the execution sparked mixed reactions. While Jamie's family felt it was a necessary step towards healing, Underwood's family and some members of the public expressed sorrow and called for mercy. These events highlighted the complex emotions surrounding capital punishment and the lasting impact of such cases on all involved. Jamie Rose Bolin's legacy lives on in the hearts of those who knew her. Her father, Curtis Bolin, remembers her as a kind and generous soul whose spirit touched many. Jamie's love for life and her cheerful nature continue to inspire stories and memories shared by her family and community. The community of Purcell honors Jamie's memory by celebrating the qualities she embodied. Her involvement in the Girl Scouts and her enthusiastic participation in school activities are remembered fondly. These recollections serve as a testament to her vibrant personality and the joy she brought to those around her. While the pain of her loss is still felt, Jamie's legacy is one of love and kindness. Her story serves as a reminder of the impact that a single life can have on a community. It also underscores the importance of cherishing every moment with loved ones and finding strength in the face of tragedy. The chilling case of Kevin Ray Underwood and Jamie Rose Bolin is a stark reminder of the complexities of crime and justice. It highlights the need for awareness and understanding of mental health issues and the impact they can have on individuals and society. As we reflect on this case, it's really crucial to continue learning and staying informed about similar stories. For those interested in exploring more true crime stories and understanding the intricacies of these cases, subscribing to reliable sources can provide valuable insights. These stories not only inform but also serve as a tool for prevention, helping us recognize warning signs and address underlying issues before they escalate. By subscribing to more true crime content, you support the sharing of important stories that can lead to greater awareness and change. Let's honor the memory of victims like Jamie Rose Bolin by staying informed and vigilant.